I, like many of you present here, use video calls to talk to my families and friends. We are all familiar with the normal 2D video calls, such as Skype. As an international student living far from my parents, I always thought that it would be amazing if I could really have the real presence of my parents with me. Talking to my parents is always a hassle for me, as I have to keep reminding them, which they haven't been using Skype before I left Iran, is that I need to see your faces. I don't need to see half a face of my father and half face of my mother. This was the biggest motivation of me to choose this thesis title. When I say 3D information, so how can we obtain this 3D information? Depth sensing cameras, such as Microsoft Kinect, provide us with the depth information, which is the distance of the object to the camera, so which is the Z information. They also provide us the X and Y information of the environment they view. So in general, they give us the 3D information of the environments they capture. In our research lab, we thought that we can use these Microsoft Kinect cameras far from the purpose that they had initially, which was in only gaming environment. So in my thesis project, I'm going to use 2 Kinect cameras at each end. So we will have 2 parties sending and receiving audio and video streams at the same time. The goal of this project is to use 2 Kinect cameras so I can capture a bigger portion of the environment so that I can see the faces of my parents completely. And second of all, it's going to be robust to changes of the camera movements. We believe that we can improve the way people are communicating. The aim of this thesis is to improve and make communication easier and cheaper for normal people to use it in their everyday life. Yes, there have been other 3D video conferencing systems proposed so far. However, in all of them, they require scientists to be in a room to fix cameras around the room to calibrate the cameras, and none of them are robust to changes in camera movements. So this is the goal of our thesis title. It's going to be the first robust system that doesn't change if the cameras are changing. Also, it could have other applications in robotics, for example. Imagine that you have a robot and you take it to an unknown indoor environment. So if something happens, you don't want the robot to fail in capturing the environment for you. We want to bring intelligence to these computer vision techniques so that they are intelligent in fixing the problems that might arise. Just imagine that you have a 3D model of a person in front of you rather than a 2D image of that person. Just imagine that you can rotate the person around. You can even change your viewpoint. You can see their back, what is happening in their back. And just imagine how amazing could that be. Thank you so much.